So good morning. So we're continuing our wellness journey. Remember we said we're in a relationship, sometimes we're over here on what I'm calling pain island, where things aren't so good, and we want to get over to where pleasure island, where things are great. And so we started our journey, 3 intermediate stops, one on reboot, where we rebooted the relationship, a couple of challenges there, and then we moved over to rediscover, and we looked at the past, the present, and I'd like to look at the future right now. So if you had to rate your relationship right now on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 not so good, where would you put it? And where do you want to put it for the next 5, 10, 50 years? Because on pleasure island, I believe you can be at a 9 or 10 all the time, and I think that's doable for all of us. And so the challenge on Rediscover the Future is to commit to a 0 negativity pledge. No negativity in the relationship. And I must admit, this is relatively new for me, the impact of this, but to me, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Because think about it. You can't have a great relationship if it's negative. Negativity rouses anxiety, and if you're anxious, you don't feel safe, and it's hard to be intimate when you don't feel safe. It's logically impossible. And so the commitment as you move towards pleasure island is 0 negativity. And Harville and Helen, the creators of Imago Relationship Therapy, they initiated this in their own relationship many years ago because they realized that negativity was killing them. And so what they did is they basically had a calendar. At the end of the day, they'd look back, was there anything negative during that day? If so, they'd put a frowny face in that date. And if it was a great day, they'd put a smiley face. And just to keep your hopes up, they went for 3 months before they got a smiley face. They admit to that. And the caveat, of course, is the person on the receiving end who determines whether it's negative or not. You know, I could say, well, I was just kidding, but if it hurts my wife, you know, then I'm the one who needs to stop. All right? And I think that the biggest piece of this is some of it's unconscious. We're not even aware. So now the real challenge is the two of you have to figure out a way to indicate to each other if a negative transaction takes place, without getting the other person's back up or getting them defensive. So it could be a bit of a challenge because I'm going along thinking I'm doing something, my partner says, whoa, wait a minute, that didn't work, or whatever. But you have to find a way to let each other know, because I think a lot of it's unconscious, and you don't want to keep doing that stuff. So you want to move it to a more conscious level. So that's a challenge on Rediscover the Future, a 0 negativity pledge, because on Pleasure Island, 0 negativity. You can't be negative and have a great relationship. All right? And it will require some work, probably, but it's so worth it, because if there's no negativity, you just hang out. There's no arrows coming, not going to get zinged. You're just yourself. Nobody's perfect, but you can just hang out. And it gets better and better. Okay? So think about that. And if you have questions, or you just maybe type in negativity in the comment section, I'll get back to you, because this is a critical one, I think. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. That in your relationship, no negativity. Okay, have a great day. We'll see you Thursday.